Hello friends, I am your host Victoria and welcome to He Global Pulse. Well, Israeli Prime Minister is extremely furious regarding his arrest warrant from the ICC. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu reacts strongly to ICC arrest warrant demand. ICC issues warning. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned the demand for his arrest warrant by the International Criminal Court (ICC) prosecution. Netanyahu stated that the demand for his arrest is an insult to the Israeli military and the entire nation of Israel. He has been accused of starving Palestinians. The challenges for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are mounting as he continues to fight against Hamas in Gaza. An arrest warrant for Prime Minister Netanyahu has been requested by the International Criminal Court. In response, an infuriated Netanyahu said he strongly opposes equating democratic Israel with Hamas, whom he called mass murderers. He described the demand for his arrest as an attack on the Israeli military and the entire country of Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "The decision by ICC prosecutor Karim Khan to request arrest warrants against democratically elected leaders of Israel is disgraceful. It will forever stain the reputation of the International Court. Israel is engaged in a legitimate battle against the genocidal terrorist organization Hamas. Hamas has held Jewish people hostage since the massacre." Earlier, International Criminal Court prosecutor Karim Khan accused PM Netanyahu of starving Palestinians and demanded his arrest. An arrest warrant has also been requested for Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza. Khan claims that Israel used hunger as a weapon against civilians during the Gaza war and that he has solid evidence to support this. Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan stated that he has substantial evidence to hold Netanyahu and Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant responsible for the ongoing conflict in Gaza. He also requested arrest warrants for 3 Hamas leaders Yahya Sinwar, Ismail Haniyeh, and Mohammed Deif in connection with the October 7th attacks on Israel, citing war crimes and crimes against humanity. Hamas has opposed the demand for the arrest of its leaders. A Hamas official stated that ICC prosecutors' request for arrest warrants against Hamas leaders equates the victims with the executioners. The Hamas official also mentioned that this would encourage Israel to continue its war to eliminate Palestinians. Judges will now decide whether to issue the arrest warrants based on prosecutor Karim Khan's request. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden has also opposed the demand for the arrest of the Israeli PM and defense minister. President Biden stated that comparing Israel and Hamas is not appropriate. He also mentioned that what is happening in Gaza is not a genocide of Palestinians. It should be noted that Israel is going through one of the most difficult periods in its history. On one hand, there is immense pressure for a ceasefire in Gaza, and on the other, protests are continuously taking place in Israeli cities. On Monday, hundreds of people took to the streets of Jerusalem and surrounded the parliament. During this time, clashes occurred between the police and the protesters, leading the police to use force and arrest several demonstrators. The protesters who surrounded the parliament are demanding an immediate ceasefire to secure the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas. Families and friends of the hostages fear that if Israel launches a ground operation in Rafah, the war will prolong, resulting in more hostages being killed. Last year, on October 7th, Hamas attacked Israel and took over 250 people hostage. So far, Hamas has released about half of the hostages. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the latest news and updates. Goodbye, and see you soon.